Yes.
It is what it is. First thing first, shout out to Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. You know what I'm saying? The Trav got in the background. You know, if y'all ain't seen it already, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. For those that don't know, he's a fucking legend in the Memphis area. You know, professional wrestler. He's done quite a bit of shit. Untimely passing away 25 years ago. You know, here, there, now. We'll talk about him on another occasion, though.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
but
Yes, sir.
I just had to bring that up because I'm looking right at him with Jerry Lawler's crown.
We are live. We are live in the kitchen today on these
Jer-
quarantine times. 94 feet of life. Brought
Germ
to
so
you,
true in the building with
sponsored,
us.
sponsored by Ball U Academy. We
Ball
got a
U
special guest
Academy.
here. We got Jern So True. He got the
I'm in the building, y'all.
jumpsuit
What's up?
sponsored again by 94 feet. Sponsored by Ball U Academy.
That's the coldest jumpsuit. I gotta get one of them joints, man. I for real gotta spend some bread with MJ like real soon.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir. Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna even front y'all. I need to go and get that 12 hun down here. You know what I'm saying? I got some shit I gotta do, investments and shit I gotta make. And one of them is to shop with my man MJ. You know what I'm saying? A couple other people as well. Neither here nor there. What the hell we on today? We just shooting the shit, or I'm finna go off on somebody, or
We shooting it, but this, you know what? The reason why we set this up today because you had a couple things,
I did.
which is
I do.
need to be get off your chest.
I do.
This is your day.
And
We
it's
gonna
not
follow
heinous.
suit and we gonna talk.
It's not heinous, but I just keep it 100. You know, and flex my shirt a little bit on y'all. You know, send cash in news to me to ignore the shirt. That's just how I move. Women's nudes only. I don't play that shit. Um, oh yeah, I've been getting a lot of inboxes. Hey man, what you think about this, that, and the other? What you think about the goat, the fucking goat? Ooh, LL Cool J. You know, the motherfucker I know with the goat album. Did anybody else make a goat album, Jeremy? I don't know, but
Nah,
you
he
don't
got
call
tried a
it.
couple of times, but he did some Kane. He did the Kane Jones.
Right. Good point. But I got sick of addressing it. I addressed it one day on my Facebook wall. I tried to be pretty mild and tame about it, but I'm just gonna tell y'all like this: if you can't compare, but this is y'all logic, not mine. I'm not saying I agree or disagree, but this is the shit that comes out of y'all mouth. You humanoids, not Trev, not Germ, to about you humanoids out there. Shout out to Bobby Heenan. Um, if you can't compare eras, you can't compare players of different eras and players of different positions. How the fuck do you expect for somebody to come and just say, "Well, he's the all-time definite greatest"? Man, shut the fuck up with that shit, man. Look, it's motherfuckers from era to era to era, decade on. That's like they could get down and be who they are or were in any motherfucking era. I give you a list. It's probably I might get to 12 on it, maybe 13. I'm gonna throw you a few more that's probably gonna end up in there before you get done. And I really don't give a fuck if you disagree with me on it or not, because I got my validation reason for it. Mike is obvious. As Mike Cole, he just cold like that. 10 scoring titles. He the first motherfucker to ever get it, the first motherfucker to ever dominate the league and win with no big man that was like a dominant post presence. Horace Grant was cool. Bill Cartwright made an all-star team when he was a rookie, which was long before he got with Mike. Neither here nor there. Same with Horace Grant. He made an all-star team. Yeah, when Mike went there. But they weren't of that caliber. Luke Longley, he had skill, but he was Luke Longley. Bill Winnington there, whatever. Neither here nor there. He the first motherfucker to do that though. That's Mike. Kareem. And this is no particular order, so don't get the ranking my shit either. I'm just rattling them off. Kareem, in my opinion, the best basketball resume from top to bottom ever. Kareem was a fucking phenom in high school. He was a fucking phenom and dominated in college. It changed the fucking rules on Kareem while in college. Say, man, you can't keep dunking on motherfuckers. Dunking not allowed no more. Who the fuck do that? Then he go to the NBA and wreck shop, get his number retired at both cities, win championships at both of those cities. dominate through the shit. Kareem had one season when he was like 26 and 14 or some shit, and he didn't even fucking make the All-Star team. That's how much honor that the media had with Kareem, which is bullshit. Bill Russell. To do the shit that Bill Russell did in the era in which Bill Russell did it, I don't give a fuck who you speculate or believe in your mind who Bill Russell played against. That man played 13 years, went to 12 NBA finals, won 11 of them, and 2 of them as a player coach. You can suck Bill Russell ass. He don't give a fuck what you talking about. He got 2 handfuls of motherfucking rings plus 1 on top of that. And did it during a time of segregation where he wasn't even allowed to go eat in certain spots. They couldn't stay in certain spots. I put Elgin Baylor up there for the same reason that I put Bill Russell up there. They were that fucking cold at that particular time. Oscar Robertson, same thing. In conjunction with him averaging the triple-double as well. Jerry West, he probably the coldest motherfucking white boy that ever touched a basketball, who's not named Pete Maravich. That's just straight up. Pete Maravich didn't win shit in the league. How the fuck I'm gonna leave a motherfucker that talented that scored 40 with no fucking three-point line in college? Yeah, I include college in my GOAT talk because the game is more than just professional. If you was cold like that on every motherfucking level, you just was that cold, dog. Fuck that. So Maravich, he's on that top tier, man.
And Pete didn't stay in there long.
Right, he didn't even play in the league long. You
hey man, we got another guest coming in too, man. Got another fire
Big
guest.
shot. We know what it is.
Hey man.
Oh, see now it's really on. Now he got the Jackie Robinson sweatshirt.
How the NFL fans treat Gale Sayers. That's how the basketball fans need to treat Pete Maravich.
Absolutely. Because Gale Sayers didn't have that long by that work. What he had, like 6 years?
6 to 7 years.
Yeah, it was short.
1 year, one game, 6 touchdowns.
That's what I'm saying. And see, Maravich was just that kind of he just different, man. You know what I'm saying? He's just a different kind of cold. What's that about 7, 8 names I done rattled? I ain't even got to Magic, who revolutionized some shit, which I look at Magic, man, and I think about what my pop used to be like. He was like, man, Magic could have came to the game. He could have been listed and playing and starting as a power forward. He would have still been one of the all-time best power forwards. That's just how good of a player he was. I saw it with my own eyes through his career. I agree. Larry Bird, he on that Jerry West chair, one of the baddest motherfucking white boys that ever pick up basketball. Bottom line, just can't fuck with dude. You know what I'm saying? Come into the league and you win like 60 plus 6 of your first 7 seasons, and you the big dog head of that. Woo. And the only thing that slowed that down was you having a bad bat. That's just real, man. Bird just that Timmy D. What more can you say about Timmy D? 15 times out of the NBA, 15 times out of the NBA defensive, 5 titles. He's the only veteran rookie, which we refer to him, man. He went your average rookie in that sense. Yeah, it's hard to keep Timmy D off of there. It took me a long time to really just go ahead and do it, and I actually did it before the untimely passing. Kobe was too fucking talented not to have there. And his career tells a unique story just from the 8 side with the fro and the 24 side with the low joint and the taper. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Big Shot call him Froby. Big Shot call him Froby.
That's what I'm saying. He the only motherfucker with 2 numbers retired in one organization. That's dope. You can't. That's like that.
Hey, that's some dope type shit.
And show you how crazy it is. If you look at Kobe's numbers, like 8 and 24, it's like the exact same numbers.
Right.
Yeah.
Exact same number.
More maturity to his game when he was 24, though.
The only difference between 8 and 24 is 8 got 1 more ring than 24. But like points, rebound, assists, it's the exact same number.
It's the exact same.
Well, like a Morris twin,
It's crazy. And then you talk about Tim Duncan. How cold do you have to be to make the All-Star team as a rookie off the coach's vote?
And then end up first team All NBA
First team.
First team.
as a rookie.
You come in the league, you the best power forward in the league from the first day you put on a practice.
That man was in the
man.
NBA while he was in the NBA while he was in Wake Forest, man.
He really was. You know what I'm saying? That's just ill, man. You know?
Him,
And
like Tim Duncan and Jordan is probably and LeBron. Tim Duncan, Jordan, LeBron, the only three dudes I can remember who, when they came to training camp their first year, they were the best player on the team.
They was that dude. They was the
They was
main.
the best player on the team the first day.
Yeah.
Not December, not February. When they showed up October 1st of that year,
They was the dude.
best player on the team.
I can't think of nobody else that was either. Would we say Durant was? Just given where he was?
Durant probably was the best player on the team.
KD.
Seattle.
Yeah, you right. Durant probably was the best player on the team.
You want? Do you
Ray
want
Allen?
it? Do you want? And Wilt.
Oh, of course, Will.
Yes.
What about Dream?
Dream was
No, he had Ralph.
Ralph
Yeah,
was better.
Ralph? Okay. No,
Ralph Sampson was
Ralph
Sampson post-wise was better
Ralph
than
was
Hakeem.
better. Ralph was better, but you knew
Hakeem had the ability
it was
to
gonna
be
be
that dude.
gonna be over very soon.
You knew Dream was coming though. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't gonna be much longer
No.
than Ralph
Yeah,
Sampson.
but Ralph was a bad dude. Ralph was
And Dream made the All-Star team as a rookie too.
Yeah, he did. And that's interesting that him and Jordan both made it as rookies in the same year.
Dream was a coach's pick All-Star as a rookie too.
Yeah, but Mike was a fan vote though. So, but they both still made it as rookies. Speaking of Dream, he's on their tier. He did too much not to
He's
be.
my favorite big ever, man. I just think that's a cold dude, man.
Him and Kareem, because I saw them and I got to see Kareem at the end and he still was cold. You could tell he wasn't as cold, but he was still like more than serviceable.
Look, Jay. Kareem was getting double teamed at age 40.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man.
Kareem was
Man,
40
cold,
going doubles.
Hey, so let me ask y'all a question. Since I got all y'all here, this is something I've been doing some research. I've been in the lab on this. And I want to get y'all thoughts. Can y'all name a better two-year stretch season than Dream did in 94 and 95?
No.
A better 2-year stretch.
For a big.
From an individual standpoint outside of Wilt, no.
No.
That's tough, man. I was looking at that the other day. Some of the stuff that he was doing in them 2 years, that's Mount Rushmore basketball.
Did he get the MVP one of them years?
He was the MVP.
95, right?
He was
94.
MVP in 94.
94.
Because in 94, he was MVP,
He won everything.
Finals MVP, and Defensive Player of the Year.
Yep. He won
He swept.
everything.
And then in 95, they came back. They
they
only
were
won
Robinson
47.
boy.
They only won 47 games.
Right.
And they beat Phoenix, and San Antonio. I think we had all won like 60 games plus.
Yeah.
Then they beat the Magic, who had won like 57 games.
Right.
That Magic squad was was a cold. That was a brick. Me and Mo was talking about that last night. Shout out to my guy Mo Schefter. We was talking about that last night about 3 a.m. I'm like, man, that Magic team had a brick.
Hey, and Dream led a motherfucker to the title as a 6 seed.
Yeah, man, that's some
Gordon
Hayward, that Butler type stuff.
See, this is
I hate to say it, but somebody that probably can compete with that is 2016 LeBron.
Yeah. For the playoff run, absolutely.
I'm talking about that final. Yeah, that
the final
playoff run.
series, yeah.
But that finals,
Well, he
that
did because
finals,
he
especially.
he led every category.
What's that game?
That was
Him and Kyrie had
15.
40?
Was that 15 or was that 15 and 16? Because I
16.
remember
When they
15.
won the 16.
Okay,
Not
so
14
that-
and 15, 15 and 16.
That was
Okay.
16.
Right.
So 15, yeah, because 15, I remember 15, I think was one of his best playoff finals
was.
performances, period.
it was.
He was
And
by
I'm talking
himself.
about
It
back
was.
to the basket. There was nothing nobody could do when his back was to the basket. He
Nah.
slowed the tempo down. He went on some Shaq type shit.
Right.
20 to Jerm's point, 2015, because Kevin Love got hurt early.
Right.
Kyrie Irving got hurt game one.
Game one.
And to be
Right.
honest, they had no business winning 2 games in that series.
They
None.
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 They shouldn't have won 2 games.
Brian
They
brought the
didn't.
ball up past half court, passed it to Deli, and went and got in the post.
Hey, this is why I hate the Finals MVP argument against them. Right?
Mhm.
This is Exhibit A. You gonna give it to Andre Iguodala for playing defense on LeBron, right? LeBron was 33, 11, and 9.
That's, hey, me, Ham, and MJ was just talking about this.
We was just talking about
We was
this,
just talking
right.
about this. That tells
Right.
you we be on the same wavelength. Big shot.
How
It
is-
makes
how
no
is-
sense.
How is Andre Iguodala winning this MVP war for defending LeBron? This dude damn near had a 30-point Oscar, 6 games in a row.
Right.
Man, it's called the progressive. It's a progressive mind frame, man.
And then
Only
y'all
winners
want to
get
throw the
sprinkles.
whole. And then y'all want to throw the whole Steph ain't never won a Finals MVP argument. Okay.
Steph was
Yeah,
ridiculous
all
in that series.
And through 5 final series, Steph averaging like 25, 26, but he don't show up. For real?
I don't think he had. I don't
Okay.
think he had a game under 25. I think he maybe had 1 or 2 games under 25 points
The
in all his
only,
final series,
the only one he didn't play well then was 16.
and he was hurt. We know he
Yes.
was hurt.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm not excusing that part. It's just like we know what's what. Because
And think about 2016. Not only was he not hurt, we talk about LeBron playing well that series. Kyrie's last 3 games.
Last 3 games was
The
unbelievable.
last 3 games Irving had in that series were unbelievable.
He
Yeah.
couldn't miss. He wasn't
He
missing.
wasn't missing nothing. He missed
That
nothing
40,
but curfew.
that 40-point game. That 40-point game.
especially the game 5 when him and Bron both had 4-1.
Hey, that
Oh
was
my
that was
God.
that was one of the best. That was one of the best two player performances we've seen in history.
And that's one of them where it's like, Draymond, you could have been there, homie. But if that shit would have got cooking, I don't know if you'd been
You
able
talk
to do
about
shit
two
with it.
when the basketball going like that for Kyrie, for
Just forget
Steph,
it.
for Dame,
Forget
for,
it.
for any of them type of cats, man. It ain't no,
Yeah.
remember, just to bring another cat up into this. Remember, Cardiac Kimba took a whole team in college on his back.
That's the greatest.
With the
That's
same-
the greatest postseason in the history of college basketball.
Yeah,
It
is.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Because they were on the bubble
'Cause
before the
it-
Big East tournament. They weren't even supposed to
Exactly.
make the tournament.
And
Exactly.
he put them folks on their back. That man had a backpack on.
It didn't even go like just with the 6 games that they had, in the tournament. You got to count the 5 that he had to get to the motherfucking tournament too.
Right. That-
You know what I'm saying?
he
That's
can't-
just how wicked
That's
that was.
11. That's 11 win or go home games in a row.
Yeah.
You play 11. That's like playing Game 7 11 straight times.
Smallest dude on the court too. Smallest dude
Yeah.
on the court.
The first time you lose, your season is over. You
Your
do that shit
season's
11
over.
games in a row.
You said he
And
said
then, and
finger
then
roll or the butter roll.
Shabazz Napier had the nerve to try to do it too, and won the championship.
It did it.
And done it.
Bass had a good
Done
year.
it.
It did it.
Baz is a nice player in general in college, man. He
Yeah,
ain't
that was
bad
a
in the
cool-
NBA.
Hey, I'm kind of mad at Germ right now though,
What I do?
because Germ ain't tell me this last chance you shit was this cold. I
My
know.
bad.
I know. Germ watched all things football. He ain't telling me that this was this cold, and I just
Man.
started watching this today.
It's certain things, man. I be forgetting about some of it because I'm still trying to get Vic to make sure he didn't watch Major League and trying to make sure he didn't watch Any Given Sunday.
Yeah,
I'm
he
just-
gotta watch that.
Yeah,
He
he
ain't
gotta
never
watch
seen
that.
a given Sunday either.
I don't know if he seen it because he acted like he didn't know what it was. So me and Chef was talking about it one day.
Nah,
Vic,
man,
we aired your ass out on
Vic,
YouTube live.
nah, man,
Vic.
y'all not gonna slander Vic like that. So he ain't watch that, man.
We
he
gave
watched
you
it. No, I'm
live.
confident.
Hey, I hope he did, Big Shot, because I don't know. I don't know what's
I'm
wrong with
confident. I believe my man Vic watched Any Given Sunday. I believe he did. I'm not gonna say he didn't watch it.
I'm still having a hard time with Major League though, honestly, because I'm like, whoa, you a baseball guy, Vic.
Hey, Germ, I watched QB1 last weekend.
Mhm.
I know you seen that, right? You seen
Yeah.
QB1?
Yeah.
Hey, the warning signs was there on Tate Martell from the beginning.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But see, we don't, man,
From the
look, man,
beginning.
you can't tell me that the lab gives you so much objective stuff to look at. When you told me, when you watch, okay, so you watch that. So I'm gonna tell you when I watch, I'm gonna just give you a guy, Chicago guy, Mr. Trubisky. You know the telling sign that he wasn't gonna be a good quarterback? I watched him against Virginia Tech. Now, Frank Beamer has always been illustrious for playing defense and good special teams. They ain't got no offense worth of blood nickel.
Right.
They ain't did that since I've been alive. I'm a little younger than y'all. So since I've been alive,
This
Right.
is true.
man, these folks, when I tell you these folks, I want to add Lester too, because Lester got in too. These folks was so terrible. He didn't, first of all, he didn't throw for 150 yards. He was scared the entire game. And not only that, as soon as he started getting that pressure in that second and third quarter, it was over with. They just should have just went home. They should have just canceled the game. It was over with. That man ain't want no smoke.
Germ, I'm watching QB1 and I'm like, this ain't it.
Nope.
And this is QB1. This ain't Big Ten Saturday. This is like St. Thomas Aquinas in Florida.
Absolutely.
This ain't it.
Hey,
Worldwide is in the building.
what's up,
going
Lester?
on with it?
What's happening? What's going on?
Nah, but
Now that we got everybody here almost, because the only thing we missing is Mr. M dropped the J.
MJ ain't gonna make it.
I'll
MJ
send
at
him the
work.
link too.
He at work.
Les, I got to make sure I add you on the book next time because I was trying to tag everybody. I'm like, only person I ain't got is Les.
It's all good. Okay.
But I was talking to Ham about this earlier, and see y'all in y'all bag. I like hanging with y'all. Y'all be in y'all bag every day. But I've been on this Steph Curry binge the last 36 hours, and I can't stop watching dude. He one of the best rebounding guards I seen with 2 eyeballs and 2 lenses. Not only that, his handles, his handles improved from Davison up till now.
Yep.
That's serious. The jumper he pulled up from scores table, half court. His MVP season highlight is 44 minutes. I watched all 44 minutes of that. Just to let y'all know how dedicated I was to this study. This man does everything on the court, and the way he played without the basketball, that's poetry in motion.
That's
like-
where he's most dangerous.
How do you guard a cat like that? That's
You wouldn't know-
6'3".
You want to know what I think about his handle? How you said his handles got so much better?
Yeah.
He's gotten so much stronger.
Yep.
Mhm.
Think about that. When he was
Yeah.
at Davidson, he was a boy.
Well,
He is a man. He's coming into his body. You know that.
Right.
And when I look at Steph, I'm like, he's able to do that stuff because he's strong. Like we look, you know what I'm saying? We look at it on TV and everybody like he weak. Steph will bust your ass.
oh yeah.
No, for
Body
sure.
your ass.
No, for sure, because they be hacking them.
You know
They be
what?
hacking them.
You know what it's like though? It's a lot like John Stockton was.
Yep.
He didn't have that appearance where we look at it on TV, but then Quentin Richardson said the same thing. Like Stockton will fuck you up, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like he's strong as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Big. You know, it's like rock. You run into him, it's just like pow. You know what I'm saying? You
Gary
don't
Payton
land
said the same thing.
Yeah.
What also makes Steph tough is it's hard to guard somebody when you don't know which dribble is gonna be the shot.
Yeah, because he could put.
Like, he could be casually dribbling that ball,
He could be
and then the shot just go up.
He's unguardable. He's unguardable. He's
Walking it up the court, and all of a sudden, some guys you can tell when they're about to shoot.
Yeah.
He ain't
With
one.
him, you can't tell. You
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
tell you from a
him and KD were
defensive.
so dangerous together. You never knew what you was gonna get. It was literally like pick your poison.
Yeah.
Like literally pick your poison. I want cyanide or I want rap poison. Like,
No, from a
They were the
defensive
definition to
point.
pick your poison.
What you
From a
gonna
defensive
do?
point, it's like if you playing somebody, certain players, well, quite a few players, they play their game and it's in counts. Some
Yeah.
people, like when they do moves, it'd be like in a 3 count. Some people do moves, it'd be a 4 count. With Steph ain't got no count like that.
He ain't got no count. Yeah.
It could be you can put your ass on that 17.
It could be a 1-2 pull up. It could be a 1-2-3. Oh, I'm about to go to a 4 pull up.
And it's still off the bounce. You know,
It's off the
what I'm saying?
bounce. Exactly. I mean,
Instant.
Steph don't have a count like that. When you play against players that don't have a count that you can't just read.
I ain't never thought about that. That's a damn good point, though, Trav.
Hey.
You just I ain't never really looked at that aspect.
Trav
I
in
mean,
the bag.
that's
I told
from
you.
a defensive. That's from a defensive point of view. Notice. Let me put y'all on something else. Like again, on a defensive point of view. Notice how these guys are doing layups on 1 foot.
Yeah.
It's awkward because it's already up. You used to that 1-2 and lay, or that delay step and then that 1-2 and lay. If you going off that 1, that ball already up, and then they
right.
jumping so late.
Right.
Yeah, offensive players play on a count, but when you got some of these offensive players that you can't predict they count, they gonna bust you. They gonna bust you.
The trajectory of some of them shots that he makes too, you can just tell that he practiced certain things in general. He practiced shooting over people taller than him consistently.
That's muscle memory.
And he
it's
just
muscle
know
memory.
exactly what he
It's
doing.
definitely muscle memory. And he the only motherfucker I know that he the only motherfucker that all of us know that hit 400 threes in the season. But then the same season he lead the league in paint points. How the fuck you do that?
Hey, that just means you hooping and everybody else trying to hoop.
You know who would be happy about that? What I'm getting ready to say? He probably gonna get over there and start cheesing. That's the Tony Parker effect right there.
Hey, yo, hey, give it to him. Go ahead, Trav. Take it away. Go ahead, take it away.
TP
Hey,
did lead, so he right.
That's just the thing. I mean, that's just the thing that I just see, man. That's just the thing that I do see. I mean, like again, like I played offense, but me personally, I kind of played more defense. I mean, I wasn't just that lazy type of dude. I liked to get at it. I liked to get grimy with it. But that's how it is to me. That's just how it is to me. When I see that, and that's what you look at on film. In football, certain
Basketball.
offensive stuff is going by timing.
Yeah.
If the ball ain't out there quarterback hand in 2.5 seconds, he going to another read. Or he's going to get out the pocket.
But
if that wide receiver ain't at that spot at 2 seconds, that's that.
Well,
So-
even with that, the timing of certain things is different. Route timing is different. See, the thing is 2.5 to 3 seconds is what the entire pocket ordeal is supposed to be. It's not even supposed to be 2.5 seconds on one read. That's why you got pre-snap read and post-snap read.
Right.
So at the end of the day, when just like we're talking about now, the transition into basketball, Steph is the point guard, the quarterback coming down when he dribbling with his left hand, right hand. Post snap, before he make a move, he see everybody in one spot. Then you got, of course, in the snap when, hey, I'm in my bag now, I'm making a move. That's when you see who's the better player in a lot of these situations. Because I don't think any of these guards make better decisions consistently than Steph. His decision making is outstanding. The way he knows when to shoot, when to pass, when to go to the hole, when to do everything else, man, it's just different.
You know,
And not to
he-
mention,
he a
Les
different
said something
dude.
that was interesting. He said Steph is strong. He ain't weak. Well, you go and you watch some of these plays where he's setting the screen and then he has the screener go and pop out to that corner.
well, that's what I was also used to bring up too. I'm like, dude is also one of the small guards in the league that actually go to the block, set the screen for his man to pop out. They ain't necessarily got to be Clay. He could have fucking set the screen for Bogut to roll to set some more shit up. You know what I'm saying? That's just how they play. But then on top of that, it's like you said, his decision making is one thing, and it's great, but then it also allows and affords him to take chances sometimes where sometimes he wins those chances, sometimes be like, all right, Steph, calm your head down. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool because it's like great players gonna do that anyway. You know what I'm saying? They go get the bag and take their chance.
And if you notice, and if you go back and you watch them play, and I'm glad you mentioned Bogut, because if you could remember, they would have a lot of, they would spread it out a lot and have a 5 out, and they would have Steph. They would have Steph in the high post next to Bogut, and they would dump it to Bogut, and then you, like you said, Steph come down. But you can only do that, and it helps Steph because he's a smart basketball player, and then you got a 5-man that can pass the ball. Right. You got a great passing 5-man because look at the 5s that they had during that time.
Bogut, Zaza,
Zealy.
Right.
Just think about the guys that they had during that time, which it made it easier for Steph to play that way. Because like we're looking at the inner workings now because you already got Draymond being the damn he being the facilitator.
Yeah, he point guard. So
KD had a chance when he was the facilitator as well. It would be time with that because you could put your point guard in the high post and let him work off the 5-man, and now you got these scissor cut back screens. That's people give Kerr a hard time and say what he was giving the team. He changed how they played. He changed the whole way how they played because Mark Jackson, and I hate this is bad. Mark Jackson was Doug Collins.
Right.
He was. I'm going to give it to the stars. I'm giving it. Go ahead.
And I feel him. I feel Doug Collins. I feel Mark. You know.
Mark Jackson played at a high level. Mark Jackson is one of the best point guards to come through and play. Now he was no magic or anything, but I mean he was damn good. And so he's like, well, he played with Patrick Ewing and Reggie Miller. He played with stars. So like, well, I'm gonna get a ball to the stars. And that's the whole difference between Steve Kerr and
Mark
Jackson. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. Just like the difference between Phil Jackson and Doug Collins. It's a parallel there because Steve Kerr wasn't a great player. Phil Jackson wasn't a great player. Doug Collins was the first pick in the draft. Like we got to remember, Doug Collins was a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, no, MJ 37. You know what I'm saying? So, go get it. Go get it. So, and that's the thing about it. And that's what Kerr brought. And not taking nothing away from Steph because we know he's phenomenal. But imagine if Kerr doesn't come there. Now we're looking at Golden State like we looked at, you know what I'm about to say.
Thunder.
Exactly. I knew Ham was coming with that. I know he's coming with that.
Oh, the 2 in the possible. The 2 in the possible, huh?
Hey, Trav the one started with the 2 in the possible.
Yeah, Trav started it. So I had to finish it and come up with some more 2 in the possible things.
Boy.
But interesting
when they had them folks there, man. When they had them 3.
Right.
When Oklahoma City had them 3. James Harden coming off that bench and playing the majority of them minutes.
Man.
That's supposed to be 2 or 3 of them, man. That's supposed to
be at least one. At least one.
At least one. At least one. That's for sure on that. At least one.
I'm still confused at how you chose to sign Serge Ibaka like you didn't have all of these other bigs on your bench.
Because you gave a 20-year-old 24 hours to sign a 4-year, $65 million life-changing contract with him not taking the time, and you trying to force that man to try to sign that contract, but the man took a trip to Houston, and Houston gave that man 4 years, $95 million.
You ain't even got to give me that much to go to Houston.
And take my time. I'm gonna be the guy.
I swear, Les, I promise you ain't got to give me that.
And then think about this. You trade away your advantage. Yeah. Your advantage, Oklahoma City, was we were athletic. We got the speed advantage. and y'all trade Jeff Green for Kendrick Perkins because you trying to match up with Bynum and Gasol, but you have the matchup advantage when you play Harden, Durant, Westbrook, Ibaka, and Green. You have the advantage on speed, athleticism. You trade it away,
And
then,
we gotta remember.
and then you with the Harden trade.
Go ahead.
You did it a year early. You didn't have to trade him.
Yep.
Thank God.
You
Thank
didn't
God.
have to.
Thank God.
You take one more shot at it, and let's talk about this summer 2013. Let's see what happens. You made a panic move for no reason.
You know what that panic move was? The
For no
luxury tax. They didn't want that
Yeah.
tax. They didn't want to get. And I can understand why teams will try to not win, but ain't nobody done that for San Antonio.
Listen,
Win and not be in the luxury tax. San Antonio on the one.
That's a good stat right there, man.
you got
And
them.
that was
You got
2014.
dog. You got them. You got them three together. You let that till the wheels fall off.
Yeah,
Somebody gonna have to die
Yeah.
first.
yeah.
Till the wheels fall off.
And the
Hey, and
coach-
then
literally-
Jeff Green. And then here's the thing: Jeff Green. The problem they had with Jeff Green was he had a bad series and he wasn't knocking down them open jumpers. That was. Then they traded him the next year,
and he was just as young as they fucking are.
and that's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? I don't understand why these general managers, football and basketball, they overreact to one bad year. You can't overreact to one bad year that way.
Think
The
about
only
how
team
hard it
that-
is.
Go ahead.
You basically drafted a starting five, which is almost impossible to do.
Organically.
You drafted one. You drafted your
Yeah.
entire first five. You drafted your entire first five, and then you panicked for 15 cents on the dollar.
Mhm. That's what they did.
Stand.
Do y'all know on that
Hey,
Oklahoma
big shot.
City?
Trickle down
Yeah.
economics.
Do
I'ma
y'all
tell you
know
this right
on
now.
that?
That's
On
a
that
cool
season
headline,
album?
though, Big Shot.
One
You
of
said
them
what?
they had to be deceased for me to break that up.
Ooh,
Let-
I swear.
Like I'm talking about literally like he's unresponsive. All right, we move on. Like
Look,
we would have still been together today. I would have did.
Them folks gonna be together right now.
Les, I'm telling you, if I was Daryl Morey, you would have had to fire me to make that trade. Just fire me, because I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing it.
Oh, you
Period.
mean Sam
Yeah,
Preston?
Preston.
Preston. No, you had to fire me. It was straight like that. Just
Do
send me
y'all
the
know Collison is the only person that's on that Seattle/Oklahoma City team?
Yeah, he played his whole career there.
Oh, career.
The whole career. The whole way.
And he would have been a discount good player to put with them three players that we was just talking about.
Jern, I ain't gonna even lie on Nelson. No, he wouldn't.
Why not?
You don't think
All
so?
they gonna do is get boards. All they gonna do is get boards and play defense. Hedge on screen.
Collison was better off at Chase Bank.
Man, all right, man. See, he on that. See, here he go with that
Chase,
bull job.
he said Chase Bank.
Chase
Yeah,
Bank,
he did.
right?
He
Welcome
got a
to-
good degree. Hey, he had a good year at Kansas. He got a good degree there. He stayed 4 years.
He a coach's son, man. He could survive, man.
He know how to manage his money. Work at Chase
Brad,
Bank.
crazy,
Then
man.
go get into real estate.
Oh, that's cold, man. That Wells Fargo. That
I
Wells
ain't never expect
Fargo.
you to go that route. That's my
Trav
that's
gonna
my,
get that
that's my
man.
call.
Trav gonna get that man a name tag and a polo.
Man,
Welcome to our branch.
Well, welcome to Chase. You want to start up an account?
Gave him a teller. Man got a whole degree
Oh,
from
man.
Kansas. He didn't even let him be a loan officer. He just said, "Nah, you're gonna be a teller. You gonna work your way."
He can be a loan officer.
Yeah, wow. Y'all gonna put
He
the
can be a
man.
loan officer.
Y'all gonna
You
put the
go up
man
in there.
in
You know
teller?
how you had them disputes. You have a dispute.
Hey,
Somebody
y'all
took
gonna
out
put that
some-
man in teller, not even a loan
He
officer.
said he troubleshooting. He said he
Hey,
gonna
that
make
man
a
ain't even getting that.
troubleshooter.
He gave,
He
Hey
ain't
man,
getting that.
I'm telling you.
Chad gave him the same job that Claude Banks was supposed to have when they went back up to New York that weekend.
done with y'all, man. I'm done with y'all, man.
He
Y'all
called that man the
crazy,
Claude
man.
Banks ass man.
That's the kind of
On the real, Collison could have contributed, but it ain't like he come in and it's like so like Steven Adams is better than
Collins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
we know that.
Absolutely.
But at one time, Collison was better than Steven Adams. But Steven Adams developed game and he
Listen.
started looking at Aquaman
Look.
and he started putting in work.
But real though, Nick pretty much hit his ceiling in Kansas, and he was just good enough to still get in the league, stay in the league doing that.
Stay in the league, be that vet.
Which is fair. And that's
It
cool
just
because
wasn't.
it's like
It just
he's
wasn't
serviceable.
worth it. It just at the
Yeah.
end. It wasn't worth it at the end of the day. It just
No,
wasn't worth it.
no, it wouldn't. It really wouldn't, to be
It wasn't
honest.
worth
It's
it.
like
You could have took. You take one more shot at it. Who's to say if you don't win it, you can't convince him to stay?
You supposed
You win it.
you supposed to
because if
you
you
supposed
think
to
about it,
be an option. You supposed to gave James an option to
That's
stay
why-
on.
in 13, the Heat were tired.
Right.
They were tired.
You catch a tired Heat team with them for a second time.
in which
They
they were
were
tired,
tired.
and then they had that emotional factor. They won 66, then they went on that long ass win streak with it, where they won like 27 in a row, some
Yeah,
shit like
26,
that.
27 in a row. Yep.
And you
then-
remember Indiana.
And then it took two game sevens for them to win the title.
If
Indiana
Indiana
took
could have made a jumper, they would have won the series.
Yeah, Indiana
Indiana
took
went
them
cold, couldn't make a shot.
Yeah.
Now, part of that too was Paul George going. Paul George, that defense he played on that one game-winning layup on LeBron made me so mad that year, man. I was so salty on that man. I'm like, you had one job: stay in front of him, make him shoot the jumper, and contest it.
That's a hard job, John.
LeBron hit him with that backdoor cut. Game over.
Game over, player.
Game over.
Looking like he in the damn 8th grade.
Hey, man, that's crazy.
Roy Hibbert just pissed me off. I don't even want to talk about that.
Hey,
Hey,
yeah,
Nah,
Roy,
we-
that's tough.
they got Roy out the league got Roy out of there quick too.
I'm gonna tell you how it is.
We're gonna start playing small ball.
They got him out of there quick. He
I'm
was
gonna tell you
gone.
how it is. Be glad that 94 Feet of Life was not around in 2013-14 because I was frying Roy Hibbert ass on a daily. I'm talking about for no reason.
You and Gilbert Arenas.
Hey, woo!
Hey.
I may be worse than Gil. I ain't gonna even lie. I was cooking
Hey.
Roy.
Honestly, you want to know something though? The Miami Heat actually, they kind of started the whole. I ain't gonna say they started, but they made people play differently. Because think about now, everybody, all the wing players now. Think about what everybody's trying to get a wing.
Yeah.
The game, I want a big wing because if I have a big wing, then I can play him at the 4. Then if I got a 4, I can play him at the 5.
You can use Rashard Lewis all over because he's 6'10", he stretched the fuck out. You're right.
And you have Bosch playing the
thing
5.
And you got
Same
Bosh
thing with
playing the
Chris
5.
Bosh.
And you still can play Braun at where he feels his naturalized spot is.
And you can still play Mike Miller and hide him if you need to on defense against
Yeah,
certain
you
players.
right. You right though, Lester. He
They
That's a
ushered that
damn good
in.
point.
because everybody started drafting wing because now and this is like and this is the whole generational thing because if you remember when Mike was in the league and I'll just start with Mike just because I don't want to go back too far but Mike was in the league, everybody wanted that 2 guard
Yeah,
and the 2 guard position was so prevalent.
right.
Got to be 6'5" and 6'6".
Right. Then the next person that we end up getting that was that generational that changed the game was Shaq.
For sure.
How people used to load up on big men. Oh, we got to get, look at Portland Trailblazers. Sabonis, Jermaine O'Neal, Zach Randolph. Like, they had to have bodies. Brian Grant. Like, they had to have bodies. Everybody wanted to try to get bigs.
Greg Oden.
Shaq wasn't, like, when Shaq was dominant.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
dominant.
with
Okay.
Shaq, because just how the game was changed. So we
Right.
go Shaq, and then we get LeBron.
We get Braun, right.
Everybody start that whole wing thing, and then we get LeBron, and then We get the KDs, and so we start getting all these people. So when the Heat decided to, get together, we need a wing. We need to get a wing. We need to get shooting. We need to stretch forward. All this stuff started happening. Where LeBron, that's it. Like the generation of LeBron changed the game. Just like now, we got more guys. Now it's the big Jokic, Embiid, Anthony Davis. Like those guys are changing the game. They changing it now. Like, oh, you 7 feet, you can't shoot? No.
Tell Big Cat that. Tell Big Cat he can't shoot.
Joker's getting that bitch out the rim, pushing it up the floor, stopping, popping, shooting. I'm like, what the fuck?
Think about this.
That's a cold dude, man.
We watched Shaquille O'Neal dominate as a 20, 21-year-old in the league.
Right.
People got to remember, Houston fried the hell out of Orlando. It wasn't for nothing that Shaq didn't do.
Oh no, Shaq got his.
But think about this. We watched that. Now it's 2020. And I don't care what you think Shaq playing now.
Same thing with Ben Wallace. Some of these cats you wouldn't be able to keep on the floor right now.
Well, yeah, and we could go as far as, and I'm glad you brought that up, because we could say we could say the Pistons really initiated that small ball shit. We could say that too. Mm-hmm. We could go back even further to that, because if you think Ben's playing the 5 at 6'8", she's playing the 4. You got Tayshaun, you got got that whole conglomerate where they the ones that started the. I ain't gonna say they started it, but they contact switching now. They switching. Oh, I got you. Because Ben could go down and he could guard. He guarded with Chauncey.
Same. So could she.
We were just talking about that yesterday.
I'm glad you mentioned them.
We were just talking about that.
Sheed, Ben Wallace. Who else we say? Bosh.
Ben Wallace. She Bosh. Ben Wallace. Marcus Saul.
Yeah, we threw about 6-7 guys out there.
That can handle, that know how to hedge, that pick and roll at the best.
Right.
But you ain't even got a hedge with Ben though, because Ben can sit down.
He can legit sit down and slide. Mm-hmm. This is true.
Hey, Ben was a cold dude when it came down to playing anything on defense. It didn't matter what you asked him to do. And that's another thing that people don't understand. Hey, remember when she went and he was playing with Boston that year? Every time Paul Gasol did that move, she was pinning you again. It was out. He wasn't doing nothing. He get that out of here. Stop doing that. Don't you do that.
That was KG in the head.
I know this. That 04 Pistons team, that shit was impossible to score on.
I mean, they won some playoff games, man, where they didn't give up 70.
Oh, that shit, man.
Mud Island.
They were not giving up. They weren't giving up 70 like they playing on fucking Big Monday or some shit. It's like, what the fuck is this shit, dog?
Look, if Kobe don't hit that one shot in game 2,
sweep.
They had the Lakers was dead that series. I don't care if they didn't like each other. They had no shot. None.
Was that considered a gentleman's sweep?
A very gentleman's sweep, because they kicked their ass really all 5 games.
Wasn't nothing gentleman about it. That was some roughneck shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You a miracle.
Kobe got a taste of them Jordan rules. That's what it was.
You a Kobe miracle from probably having the worst finals performance ever.
Man, them folks you ain't lying. Them folks well for real.
And Karl Malone didn't even play that series.
He got hurt in it.
Yeah, Karl Malone was hurt. I don't even know if that would have done anything.
I think he got hurt in game 2.
Karma.
Yeah. I don't think it would have helped.
I don't think it would have helped either.
It would have nothing.
Karma.
Man, that's bad, man. That's tough, man. That's tough.
I tell you what's tough. I tell you what's tough telling your child that come to you as a man that you his dad and you don't have nothing to do with him. That's tough.
That's hard time. It's Dusty Rhodes said. It's hard times.
I was just about to say hard times.
That's hard time.
Hey man, these folks crazy.
Hard times.
Hey, so somebody in the Marcus,
he hard times, boy.
Marcus Blackstock brought up the 2009 Orlando Magic as a part of that small ball aspect.
Where is Blackstock?
He in the comments. He's watching.
Oh, okay.
Watching.
Hey, that's a tough shout because with Hedo, with a prime Dwight, Rashad, and Hedo, that's tough. That's ugly.
Hedo putting that Pippen on the floor. He got shooters around the horn, and he got a fucking assassin to finish on the block. Good night. Which one?
You know what?
Who got hurt in Boston? Was that KG that got hurt?
Yep, KG got hurt. Yep, and Big Baby Davis hit a couple game winners.
Right.
Man. You know something about that Orlando team, especially Dwight. Most of his points didn't come off no block like that. He was on that screen and roll so tough, man. Just put the ball up in the air.
Hey, Jameer Nelson had that man.
That's what I was about to
say.
Look who he had to go screen for. Jameer
and Ray Foster.
Yeah.
They should have kept playing Ray for that series too.
Man, they can put Jameer. Yeah, man. He's supposed to play them fine.
Stan Van Gundy fucking up. Stan Van Gundy fucking up.
But yeah, Orlando was super. They had Cleveland confused.
Just like your damn brother, Stan. Just like your damn brother.
Like May said, bleeding out crazy and don't know where you hit at. That was Cleveland. Bro,
that was the series. LeBron average was like 39, 8, and 8.
Yeah.
And they tried to blame it on him when they didn't win. They didn't win the series.
Is that the one where he hit the shot?
That's the one. That's the one. It. Hey, them folks had Delonte Westgard and Rashard Lewis. I was too finished. I was like, man, get these folks out of here, man. This ain't even fair. Hey, man, every time they got that switch, Rashard took that man in the post, or he just popped that three right in his
over
eye.
the top.
Every time.
Too little, man.
It was bad. Listen,
too little.
That was one of the most emotional Cleveland series in Cleveland history. And I'm telling you that as a Cleveland native.
I believe it.
Them folks was like, yeah, man, we about to sweep the Magic. I'm like, who gonna guard Rashard and Turkoglu? Like, LeBron can't guard both of them, and then we still got to stop that monster. Big Z was getting them elbow shots looking like he was in a kung fu movie getting in there. Man, it was terrible. I was like, dang.
Hey, that's one of the great tragedies because that was the year we were supposed to get Cleveland, LA in the final.
Get Cleveland, LA, yeah.
The puppets, we supposed to get the puppets and everything.
Right.
And Orlando was like, whew. Orlando's like, no, we got a different plan. We have a different idea.
How many games Cleveland won? They won like 60.
They won
67 games.
66. They won 66 that year.
67 and 66 the following year, which was that year. Cleveland had 2 years in a row. Them was the 2 years LeBron won the MVP. Them folks won. They was the number one team in the NBA both of them years. They won at least
60 plus. Yeah.
Oh, both of them with Mo Williams up there. Mo Gotti.
And he was an all-star. Everything was looking rosy, and they caught that fucked up ass matchup in the conference.
They got a terrible matchup.
They got a fucked up matchup.
Hey, they wouldn't have beat Boston either, though. With KG
that's how you talk about matchup. If they would have got Boston, they'd have beat Boston. They would have got Boston out of there.
They would have beat Boston with no Kevin.
They would have got Boston out of there.
But I'm saying if KG was playing, I'm saying I don't think anybody would have beat Boston that second year either with KG playing. That includes Kobe and the Lakers. Because I just think that team was just one of the best teams that we seen put together in that time frame. I mean, you had efficient scoring with Ray Allen. You had Paul Pierce that did the volume. You had KG that didn't need but 12 shots to get what he needed to do, and he was one of the best defenders in the league. You had Perk. Remember, they recruited PJ Tucker during the All-Star break that year. Paul Pierce pulled up on PJ Tucker and was like, hey, come win a championship with the Boston Celtics. Yep. They had Sam M. Cassell with Eddie House.
Hey, Sam was 106 on Boston.
Yeah. 106 posting them folks up, giving them buckets.
They had Tony Allen still too.
Yep, man.
Y'all talking about 08. Y'all talking about 08.
08 Boston? The next year,
that team there was real good. They just put it together. They put it together.
And y'all remember Leon Pope?
Yeah.
Leon Pope had that one game against the Lakers when he looked like Pascal Siakam.
Nah, that might out the
He looked like Pascal Siakam early.
Leon Poe and James Posey.
Man. Oh, playoff. I call him playoff Posey because every time it was time for them playoffs lights to come on.
And in that one game where Ray Allen crossed Sasha Vujacic to hell.
Woo!
Put the I like Ray. Oh, don't do that.
Ray
He
went
was
back
going
a
around
decade on
Sasha
that
so
one.
easy though in that
He
couple
crossed
of them
Sasha
games.
Vujacic to North Hollywood.
Ray was looking like Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? Ray went back a decade.
Hey, he was.
He went back a decade and became Shuttlesworth on that one. For
Man,
real.
he crossed the dog
Hey,
shit out of Sasha.
Hey, that move he did on He Got Game when they showed him at Lincoln in the gym when he crossed it, put it behind his back. That's a cold move.
When they was at the playground, yeah.
Hey, 22 years today. 22 years today.
Actually, it is. Yeah.
I never forget. That's the only thing I had asked for my birthday. I was like, Pop, I just want to go see He Got Game. And he's like, you want me to take you? I said, nah, just drop me off. Just drop me off.
That's deep.
Just drop me off, man.
That's serious,
that came out today?
Yeah.
Yup. I was 15. I was 15.
I remember that. I was 16.
May 2nd.
I was 17.
May 1st.
May 1st.
Yep.
Damn, that's
I
wild.
remember.
I mean, we got all types of historical facts on this line. Y'all killing it out here.
So you got Les' birthday was the same day as He Got Game. That's crazy.
Is your birthday, Les?
Today.
Happy birthday, brother, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Hey,
so Les' birthday, he got Game the same day. What that tell you? Life imitate art.
It's destiny.
What that tell you?
Be right back, fellas.
Yes.
Spike knew.
We sitting here talking about all these small ball teams and stuff like that and everything else, man. But who do y'all feel is the best small ball team y'all ever seen?
I'll tell you this. They didn't win the championship. That's cool. Phoenix.
I ain't even gonna lie. I like Phoenix a lot, man. I used to think they had a chance.
Look, I was
now
so
I grow
sad.
up, I'm like, nah.
I was sad when they didn't make the finals. I was kind of sad.
That was Donahue, man.
Man, I wanted to see them in the finals once.
Hey, Les, man, you can't do the conspiracy like that, man. You can't do them like that. I know it's your birthday, man, but you can't do that.
Right. I'm telling you. I'm just gonna tell you like this. That's a fraction of what the things I've said to these guys.
Hey, Les, I tuned in for a second because I helped Trav set it up yesterday.
Right.
I was on listening to y'all for about an hour. I'm like, this dude. Hey, I was in because I was there. Man, I'm listening. I'm like, this dude, Les, is a fool, man. I'm listening to this. I'm like, man, I'm like, hey, man, I'm taking this guy out with drinks on me. I just want to hear the stories.
Bro, you have no idea. That's just the drop of the conspiracy theories I've said to them. Like, they like, I know they'd be like, this.
I'll just go ahead and tell the people now while we on live. Y'all are pretty much kind of getting like a preview of what the 94 Feet of Life admin inbox is like.
Yep.
We talking cash money shit. We shooting on every fucking thing. It's just how we move. So we opened up the doors for y'all one time. Be proud.
Hey, Jeremy, I'll tell you another small ball team that I liked. Let me think real quick. Make sure I got the right years and whatnot.
I'm thinking
they wasn't really small ball. Sacramento was kind of small ballish.
They weren't bullyish.
Little bit.
A lot of perimeter.
I can see Sacramento for sure because they used to run with Bibby and Bobby Jackson.
Yes.
And Peja.
Yeah, Sacramento was Golden State. Golden State is Sacramento on steroids.
Pretty much.
Because they got size, just like
right.
Because you had some skilled bigs. You have Vlade.
Yeah, Vlade
and Webb. They were skilled. They could pass the ball.
Was different. C-Webb was different. That was really the key to their team right there. C-Webb was just different, man.
Man, those folks had Peja, then had Turkoglu and Bobby Jackson coming off the bench.
And you playing for a coach who like go. Rick Adelman don't give a fuck. We run it. We getting
Hey,
up and
I'm
down.
gonna
We getting it in.
He need
I'm
more
gonna throw that
credit.
old Golden State team in there with Diddy, with young Chef Curry in there.
I'm gonna tell you like
I like
this.
that one.
I
That
would
was a good
like
one,
to
too.
see. I would like to see the. If I mean, errors is errors, and I'm not gonna sit up here and 2K this. I would love to see 2004 Detroit Pistons play 2015 Golden State.
And it
That's
ain't
rough.
You know,
Game six.
that'd be the
Game
hardest
six.
matchup.
Game 6
That's rough.
version of 2015 Golden State.
I would
Check
love to
this.
the matchup. That's going to be the key, in my opinion. And I could be off, and I'm pretty sure y'all have your own. But Ben Wallace, Draymond.
And check this.
I think that's the matchup. I
The
think that's the
rules,
matchup will determine the winner.
the rules are pretty much the same. Defensively, the same shit with the exception of, bump here, check here, whatever that they gonna call it. They probably wouldn't have called in '04. But just the only difference is pace.
See, that's the thing.
You talking about a matchup worldwide?
Ooh.
I want to see the matchup of who's gonna guard she.
Ooh.
That's over.
Yeah, nobody.
But we gotta account for that. We got 5 on the floor, and we know that I take Steph over Chauncey.
Uh-huh.
I'll take I think it's a
Clay
push.
Real.
I think
take
it's a
Clay
push.
over.
I think it's a push with
On
them.
Rip and Clay.
Yeah, I think it's in my opinion. I think it's a push.
I see that.
I agree.
Harrison Barnes, and Tayshaun is kind of
I'm
You know,
taking Tayshaun because Tayshaun more consistent.
right.
You feel me?
You don't. It don't matter. You don't have a drop off.
Right.
The Draymond will determine a lot, and then
Iggy.
I mean, sorry, Wallace and Draymond. Sorry,
Sheed and Bogut.
Sheed abusing Bogut. It's
Right.
over. He abusing him.
Especially that Bogut. Especially that Bogut because he older. Yeah, then it's Sheed we talking about.
We
We there talking prime
He's
Sheed
the best
here.
player on that team.
That's why I would love to see. I would love to see that match. I would love to see that matchup.
We
You wanna know
ain't talking
something?
prime Sheed. So yeah.
So let me give this too. The only thing in this game that's going to be interesting is they got to keep the pace fairly consistent in this. And when I say fairly consistent, I'm talking about for the Pistons. Because if they can make it a game in which you taking away some of those volume shots that Golden State is getting from transition, because you got to think that's where they're getting a lot of they pulling away in transition.
Right.
So if you can take that away from them, I think that'll help a lot. But that's hard to do considering when Draymond get that ball off that backboard, Autobots, I'm in pursuit. And it's somebody going to a wing, a corner, anything else. And that right there is what the hardest part for the Pistons to be.
Yeah.
Because she can't keep up with Draymond running. But
I
as soon
say
as that
that,
back go to the basket,
like I don't disagree with that, but the Pistons were really good at getting stops. They were one and done. So Golden State, they would have to shoot at a very high percentage because
they're not getting the rebound.
You got it's gang on the rebounds. Everybody. That's what it was. Gang.
You know what it would really show though? We credit Golden State for being able to win in the mud in this era because they win in the mud in that rock fight. That's what
it is. Man,
that's
you talking about
totally different rock fight.
Man, you talking about
that's a boulder fight. Man, that's a boulder fight, man. What you talking about?
Larry Brown.
Hey, Steph would be broken messing around in that series. He'd be gone by game 3.
If you Golden State, you can't even you gotta spread the floor and don't run a whole bunch of pick and roll because the Pistons can switch all that. I would spread the floor and let Steph just have that Chauncey as many times as he wants to. Don't bring the pick because the pick you're just gonna create a double team.
Yeah.
Create a double team. So all right, y'all. I'm gonna ask this question because this getting me because now the film in my head going. So you remember when Portland was bringing that trap, right? And you remember when Steph, it was either a bounce pass or a nice over the head pass to Draymond in the middle with the clap.
Right.
We get the clap. We got to get the clap in there, big shot. The clap mean that ball getting ready to go down on the floor. We get the ball down on the floor, and now we got a two-way go with the wing, with either wing. We got a 15-footer, or we got a butter roll for Draymond. Now, I ain't saying I trust that butter roll a lot, because that's why I said a butter roll, not a finger roll.
He better dunk that motherfucker.
Never be Patrick Ewing. Never go Ewing.
So but you see what I'm saying? Like it's just so much stuff that they can still do off the pick and roll. It would just really depend.
The reason I say you don't run a lot of pick and roll only because that Rasheed / Ben was so mobile, so athletic, that by the time you get it to Draymond in that area, they are already back there.
The shot ain't there.
Whereas against Portland and everybody else, Draymond got more room to operate. This might be the one time where you might have to go ISO ball and just let him do what he does. Because that Detroit team, they were so mobile, man. They were so athletic.
They were.
Trav,
but you know
what, Jerm? You cheated. You cheated because you ain't say the one with KD. You ain't say that one. You said the other one.
No, because that's what I want. That's what I want that type of small.
Travis even in the playing field because
I wanted that even. But here's the thing, John. When blitzing a dude like Steph, when you blitz, if Steph get hot, and most people blitz that screen and roll, that picker, whoever picking, he's gonna pick and pop. But if it's somebody like Draymond can handle the ball. So when you blitzing, you got one player is in the corner, other players in the corner, and then you got Draymond at the point spot right there above the free throw line. That's how they've been getting them lob plays to Iguodala and stuff, because the guy from Iguodala that's guarding him, he gotta cheat up and play that. By the time he cheat up and play that back man, which is Iguodala, is coming up. And that's when Draymond get the assist. So people that don't understand pick and roll, that's what happens.
Right.
That's what happens. So Draymond, and people are always like, Draymond, do this, Draymond. You don't have to like the man, but the dude know how to play the game of basketball.
He a hooper. If you don't want him on your team, put him on mine. We're gonna foul you, we're gonna talk shit all game, and we just gonna dog you all game. We about to foul you, we about to do all that. It's coming.
I knew he was that type of dude when he was like, even in pickup, he not finna let your ass hit the game one on him. He gonna knock the shit out of you, whatever the fuck it take.
They ain't gonna be on him.
Yeah,
it ain't gonna be on him.
It ain't gonna be on him. You know?
It ain't gonna be on me.
All right, so since Trav want to do the cheat codes, let's go 2017 Warriors and give me the 96 Bulls.
The Warriors.
Pace.
Is it easy, Big Shot?
It's not easy, but I'm gonna tell you why. And this is that whole argument we had in the group. People forget when the Bulls got Rodman, he was not the same on-ball defender he was in Detroit.
No, he would.
So if you put Dennis Rodman in the pick and roll, he may not even step out on the pick and roll because he want to go rebound.
Did this motherfucker just say that he had to have extra fucking motivation during those last couple years anyway?
He did.
just to play, which we know what Dennis gonna bring, but that's part of why I kind of looked at why he went that same defender too.
And here the other cold part. Listen, if y'all really think the Bulls had trouble with Damon Stoudemire, Travis Best, and Mahmoud.
Small
you
guards.
Just said Travis Best, man. I ain't heard that man's name in like 20 years, man.
Now, if they having trouble with Damon Stoudemire, Travis Best, and Mahmoud, What do you think Ron Harper, Randy Brown, and Steve Kerr gonna do with MVP Curry? Nothing. The answer is nothing.
Bulls fandom taking over 96 Bulls.
Nothing.
I'm gonna tell you,
My fandom taking over 96 Bulls.
No.
Even though I know the truth.
Hey,
Let me
I like
be
that last
clear.
statement you made. You said
Let me
even
be
though
clear.
you know the truth.
They would not run the 96 Bulls off the floor. They would not.
no.
But there are legitimate basketball reasons that the Warriors, that the Kevin Durant Warriors absolutely beat them.
And he's the fucking reason for me.
KD is the
He's the fucking
ultimate
reason for me.
mismatch.
Healthy.
Hey man,
Healthy.
I don't think
There
there's
you
a player
go.
in the world who can really guard that man because he
KD is the ultimate mismatch when healthy.
Right. Now think about that. When they
the
go to
best
that
scorer
small,
ever.
when they go to that small lineup and KD playing the 4, and now Rodman has to play him.
He got to play him. Who you gonna put? Kukoc?
Hey, Trav. Hey, what you tell me about Kevin Love on Kevin Durant? Said that man gonna be over there licking his fingers.
It's straight barbecue chicken, man. It's barbecue chicken.
He told me, he said that man gonna be out there licking his fingers.
He's licking his man. When that man sink, hey, I'm telling y'all like this. When that man sink, it was like, man, I can score on LeBron. I can score on anybody on this Cleveland team. But if they put this white boy on me, I'm gonna really get at him, man. I'm gonna be licking my chops with him.
Think about
Every time that
right.
he was
Think about
saucing
that.
it. He was
Think about
saucing
that.
him with the thing.
LeBron James and Les was to Les's credit, as always. Les was the first person to say this. He said this before both of them series started. He said if they put LeBron James a whole bunch of times on Kevin Durant, it's gonna be a short series.
Gonna be over with.
Now,
They did say
if
that.
LeBron James cannot guard Kevin Durant,
Who
what do
can
you
go?
think Tony
What?
Kukoc is going to do with Kevin Durant in the course of a series?
I don't even have the
Nothing.
faith in Scotty.
I am so tired of people saying, and the Tony Kukoc overrate is just killing me right now. Why they not talking about Tony? What? It's the reason why they not talking about Tony. It's a reason. Just like I had a teammate tell me I was shooting terrible. I was like 0 for 4. And I was like, yo, pass me the ball, bro. They leaving me open. He said, it's the reason why you open, bro. Because you are shooting terrible.
It burns when you hear it. It burns when you hear it, but it be facts.
The truth. It's a reason. And I'm not taking away anything from Tony. And yes, he was a difference maker. And, I was watching the Jalen Rose today, and he was saying how Tony had 21 in that game 7 in 98 or whatever. Like, yeah, but Tony was something different, but he did not put them over the top, in my opinion, because I'm like, dude, they just won 3 without you. They literally won 3 without you. You was on this team when Mike wasn't here, and the results were what?
A little different.
You see what I'm saying? So all this, are they not talking about Tony? Like, why? They're not talking about Jeb Buechler. Why they not talking about? I mean, just my opinion. I think Jason Caffey was a difference maker. Honestly,
He was.
I'm like, but Tony, 6-man, great. I don't know. I'm not really buying into the
right.
Tony
He fit for them. He fit the role for them very well.
Because what did Tony do after he left the Bulls?
Hey man,
I think he was in Milwaukee, wasn't he?
Then he went to Philly.
Went to Philly.
Then he went.
Went to Milwaukee for a little bit.
I'm like, it's a reason why they're not talking about Tony. Talk about B.J. Armstrong.
Oh yeah.
I said that to somebody before. I said I ain't never heard you talk about. They'll talk about Mike so much. I ain't never heard y'all talk about nobody he had on his team that was nice. Y'all act like that dude was just out there by himself dropping 62
Hey,
points.
Germ, let me tell you something.
5 people.
That's the one thing about this. Germ, that's the one thing about that documentary I haven't liked. Because to me, considering it's supposed to be about this entire last season, number one, they doing too much backstory, like way too much backstory.
Mhm.
And then number two, it looked like Mike and Scotty played by themselves. Like if you look at you watch it,
But this is what I be saying. I'm like this.
like
Hold on, I'm about to say
everybody else
something.
play.
Hey, that's why Horace Grant left.
The
The way you feel,
funny.
you feel like Horace Grant right now.
Yeah. That's why Horace took off to Orlando. He tired of this shit.
Oh,
about
I got
it.
tired of that shit, dude.
You watching this for what, 4 episodes, 2 weeks. Imagine being Horace Grant for 5, 6 years.
Horace told them folks, y'all act like some bitches.
Hey, man. hey, look.
Oh, go.
Les, man, you can't be putting that out there like that, man. This man acting a fool on his birthday, man. We can't.
It's his birthday, man. You just gotta
It
let
is
it
a
roll.
new etiquette. There will be no YouTube lives for no crew up to 94 and V for the 22. No more birthday lives, man. None.
I'm just
Man
saying, bro,
over there tripping.
Brian is feeling like Brian like, come on, man. Like this is Horace Grant's life every day. We
For
only
real.
had to hear it for 2 weeks.
I'm saying, if you watched the episodes last week, just count how many times they showed somebody else not named Jordan score a bucket. Tell me how many times.
Yeah,
Do you see anybody else score a bucket?
You know who edited that damn film?
Man, cuz
Michael Jordan,
man.
Hey, yes, he can. And this is the thing about it. He had full control. And we can't get mad at Mike if we happy with a certain guy that has his own production company with that's controlling narrative. You can't do that.
Hey,
That's true.
y'all seen that thing I shared in '94 when LeBron told RJ, he said, RJ, they can't fire you. You my friend. I said, well, look, I ain't got nothing else I need to say this evening. Go ahead. LeBron on ESPN now, y'all. I didn't know that.
Right. He told RJ, he's like, you my friend. They ain't gonna fire you.
But think about this. Uninterrupted that's LeBron. He controls the narrative on everything in there. We can't get mad.
Which I can
get mad at Jeffrey. We can't get mad.
I'm not mad at Jeffrey. I'm not really mad at him. I just like, yo.
But no, I'm not just saying you like you. I'm not
just
like
in general.
In general, like not Ron. But that's what I've been hearing. Like, oh, Mike did. I'm like, My man's LeBron has been doing a great job of controlling the narrative since 2003. Period.
You know
since he shook his hand.
And
I think
he's
right on that.
And I love that about him. I love it.
I think, and to me,
tell LeBron who he is.
That's the one thing. I think that's the biggest thing. People, my opinion, is why people who really are anti-LeBron, that's the issue they have with him. It's that dude, to his everlasting credit, got more control over his career than anybody we've ever seen.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he controls you're not gonna say this about you. This is what you're gonna say. Do you see this right here? This is what you're gonna say. I've given you this. You will say this. If not,
as a guy who has covered LeBron from the time he was being in the NBA and especially over the last 7 to 8 years, I can tell you, Les, I got some stories that'll blow your mind. But it's not necessarily anything other than, to be real, it's growing pains as a grown man who's a regular dude. So it's just when you paint a picture and you say this dude is this outstanding person, he does the same turnball things that everybody that we would do, and we would get all types of criticism for and critique. He's human. So I just don't make this man God or all this other nonsense. Just don't do that.
Ron said it yesterday. He said He said LeBron is doing the same thing we're doing now. Even the player field. He can't go nowhere.
He can't go nowhere. LeBron on Zoom with his friends right now.
He on Zoom.
Exactly.
So like Ron said it yesterday. Perfect. That's exactly what Ron said yesterday. No, wait, he's human. Everybody's human now. Everybody's in the house. Everybody can't go nowhere. Like it's just what it is, you know. But I love it. Like I'm, I ain't gonna lie.
and that's why like LeBron, like you talk about all these basketball discussions we have about like this player is the best player to never win. This player is the best player to never win. And LeBron was like, nope. I'm not gonna let this probably white dude in the GMC control my career. Not happening. So
Ken Gilbert is terrible anyway.
So therefore, I'm tired of y'all. I'm gonna go to Miami. Oh, Miami, you tired of me? Okay, cool. I'll leave you first. That's LeBron. LeBron is the chick that's gonna break up with you first. You're not gonna break up with him. That ain't gonna happen. I'm leaving you first.
You notice he didn't go to LA and pull that opt out of the contract thing he been pulling with Cleveland the last couple of years.
Because he on his last leg.
He signed a 4-4. He signed a 4-4 year too. So
exactly.
Like,
so you know who he can pull that with. He had Cleveland by the balls, man.
But that's also where he gonna post up at. When he get done, he ain't leaving the West Coast.
I don't know if it's true or not, but what I heard, the whole reason he went back to Cleveland was for his wife. They say Savannah was like, we out.
Savannah was tired of some. Savannah was tired of some things too. But the another reason why he came back up this way in general was because him and Kai had developed a bond. So that's why when I told MJ and I told Ham back in 2016, I said, dude fired off on Kai behind his back and tried to get Chris Paul in his place after Kai just hit that shot. When I came and said that to them, they was like, word? So then everybody told me I was lying. There was a couple cats that tried to argue with me. So then the Bleacher Report posted that a week later. And then everybody was like, oh, the Bleacher Report posted that. And MJ, I remember, said in the group, he said, see, I hear it's crickets now after this man has given classified information to y'all that was real. And now y'all listening to it because the Bleacher Report posted it. But LeBron
shitted on it when Germ dropped the shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers was ready to fight. All kind of shit, you know?
Motherfuckers drinking protein shakes, eating protein bars, talk about fighting and everything else. I'm like, but bruh, I'm just telling you what he did.
Really?
Ham will tell you the truth. It was a grown man that was ready to fight me because he tried to say that I was against LeBron from what I said. I said, how I'm against the man? I'm just telling you what he did.
True story. You know what I'm saying? Same sad situation. The same dude tried to fight Vic.
Hello?
Tried to fight Vic Jr. over the same shit, over similar shit. Different sport. You know what I'm saying? But it's like cats get hostile over.
Hey, look at Les hold his phone like a true D-boy. That's how you hold the phone when the plug calls. That's exactly how you hold the phone when the plug calls.
Hey, I see you like this, man. Like you say.
What are you doing?
Nothing, just sitting at home, talking to some friends on Zoom.
Hey, so what you said there that was interesting though. So just in general, with all of that information that we get and all the information that we have, like that wasn't a situation where, like, with Les saying that, like, I'm not against LeBron. I can tell you now, he's one of the 10 players that you cannot to not talk about basketball and not talk about him. I love watching LeBron. I just wish he would post up more. I wish he would play without the ball some more.
I'm gonna tell you like this, Jern. When you tell the story of basketball, there's gonna be a chapter about LeBron James.
It has to be. If you're being objective about ball in general, you got to talk about Bron. Just like you got to talk about Steph.
LeBron is Will Chamberlain for our era.
He is.
It's gonna be 20, 25 years down the line where we're gonna look back and like, you know something?
Monstrous. Monstrous.
That man came in as an 18-year-old kid and evolved into this league as a grown man, and now he damn near run the place.
Who you know got teenage kids averaging 27, 8, and 8 with teenage kids?
Hey, the last dude I seen to be that old that was that nice in person was Earl Boyd. I seen him in person.
Who doing that ever? That's got teenage kids that's averaging 27, 8, whatever. I'm like historically, I don't even think that shit went down ever.
You
Go
got
ahead,
Will-
let
kids.
kids do it.
Jordan is trash. So
The only somebody that got numbers like that
That
probably
man
got
average-
kids tired.
Listen.
He said he done bust over 1,000.
Jay, in 2 years, we gonna be on Instagram seeing Bronny James going to prom, and LeBron got 25 a night.
That's
With
crazy.
down
That's
there
nuts.
with down there 40K total.
Hey man, that's nuts. That's nuts.
Dude
Let me-
finna have 30K, 10K, and 10K.
That's sick, man.
That's dumb.
That's
That
dumb.
doesn't make any sense.
That's stupid. That don't make sense. It doesn't. I agree. Big Shot, keep going, because you
Nah,
preaching right now.
That's what I'm
And I
saying.
got a collection plate for you, so we can.
I'm
we can
not.
pass
I've
it
never
down.
been like in the LeBron fan club, but when you stop and look at this shit, you like,
Right.
He's amazing. He's an amazing father.
think of all the hype on that dude when he came out of high school, and you're better than what they said you go be, and they hyped you up to the nth degree, and you better.
And
He had nothing
exceeded.
but trouble his senior year. Came in the
Oh.
NBA as a rookie.
I don't give a damn how many
And
times
took
he
it.
lose in the final. That nigga cold.
Yes. Hey, that's just facts. That's just facts, sir. That's just facts. You gotta give
Hey,
him his
look
props.
at it.
But you know what? It's only one person I would love to see break his records, and that's Kevin Durant. But other than that, man, you just got to give LeBron his props when he retires. He's just that dude, man. LeBron is.
People don't like LeBron because he do the shit that he took a job at another city and went with his friends, which everybody would do if they had the opportunity.
I'm telling you.
And it worked. That's the fucked up part about it that really get at him is that the shit actually worked.
And it worked.
I can't be mad at a dude. Like this is what I tell people too. I can't be mad at a dude for going to play with Dwayne Wade, knowing that Wade was gonna do some things that
As much as you an Ohio dude, as much as I'm a Midwest dude, less a Midwest dude, y'all in the South. If they told you you could make 5 times the money you make now with no state tax and live in South Beach, every one of us is packing his car tonight and is out of here. And it's nothing to even talk about.
that deal coming soon, man. That deal coming soon for us. I'm telling you, I'm working on it.
Bro, we all out. He just did his shit in public where you could see the job interview. That's all he did. He took a job interview in front of the world.
And then he put the job interview in front of the world and donated the proceeds to a fucking charity, and he's still the fucking villain. What the fuck is
Right.
this, man?
Cause like Les said, they don't like the fact that he controlled all this.
There you go.
I'm not coming to visit your facility. You can come here.
Yep.
I ain't flying around for meetings. You can show up here if you want to. Though.
There you go.
I still don't understand why people are so mad at Kevin Durant. Still don't know.
Hey, I told the cat this. I'm gonna let you go right after this, Les.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay. You know Dennis King, that's our guy.
Right.
Dennis King, me and him was talking about it. I said, hey man, that's like me saying to you, Tyler Perry got an opportunity for you and him to collab and do some plays. And you and him collab and do the plays, you get the same cheese that he getting, and you get access to his resources and all of his lavish surroundings, and you can still do your thing as well and branch off or whatever. What you gonna do? You know what that man said? He said, Jerm, you changed my whole perspective on the Kevin Durant thing. I said, that's what we got to do. We got to bring it down to folks and bring it and put it right in their living rooms. We got what house I'm in. I'm in your living room right now, giving you the real. Don't stop trying to ridicule a man for making a decision that made sense.
Yeah.
And my favorite part about that germ is that even when you come live and bring it live direct into their motherfucking living room, they hit you with the red from our Friday. Oh, well, that was different. No, motherfucker, it's the same motherfucking thing.
No, it wasn't. No, it
But it's
wasn't.
like never fails. Well, that was different. How the fuck was it different? It's his life. This your life. How is it different?
Hey, and one thing
Jeez.
I've learned about being in this business is that relationships supersede everything.
Oh yeah.
It supersedes everything, even on the money sometimes, because I've seen guys may have make moves that financially you like, why would you do that? But when you see the relationship in the and the quality of life, you know what I'm saying? Like your quality of life, that it counts for a lot. Because who wants to be unhappy because somebody else is unhappy? Kevin Durant was unhappy in OKC. He was unhappy.
And people and I want to touch on it basketball wise. I mean, we need to let's simple it up for the fans and viewers today. Normal what score y'all go to if y'all play 4-on-4, 5-on-5 outside? Mainly 24 or something like that, correct? 32.
Right.
Okay. Say you have 20 points. You up 20, your team is up 20-8. But the losing team come up and beat you 24-22. No deuce, straight 24. You had only 2 shots to make to win the game. Yet at the same time, you lose, you get back off the court, and that team win again. But yet you come back with a better 4 and you win. And you take over the court from there. You don't get mad at that because they coming with better ball players or anything. They just fit your situation to help you win. That's all Kevin Durant done. He just got on a better team. He just got on a better team that know how to pass the ball. You ain't got a reckless point guard. You ain't got a non-shoot 2 guard. You got the best in the business. That's all it is.
I thought what he told all the smoke was key, because he was like, in Oklahoma City, he was right. Well, Oklahoma City, it was more athletes, not necessarily athletes who had great skill, but athletes who could fill holes and cover up shit that, you know, the skill, that play off the skill of him and Russ, or him, or whoever the fuck else. He's looking at Golden State, he's seeing the ball moving, he's seeing the skill sets being used all over. Why wouldn't he want to go fucking play with that? I want to go run with that. I don't even got to shoot. That shit is the fun fucking way to play basketball.
And
that's
see,
the part that a lot of people get away from. It's like, you can still got to have fun doing this shit. And you can't always have fun being a hawking motherfucker. You can't. James Harden, he probably had fun for James Harden. Sure, because he's shooting that fucking thing. But it's a grind. And the man that want that grind like that no more in terms of having to carry it in that particular way. No, he want to be able to play off of this cat, be able to play off another great cat. You should be able to do that in a team sport. But the people have just dumbed it down and made it straight comic book bullshit. This is where we at. People expecting, now when you get a cat like Steph who have injuries and shit like that, when his teammates break down, he go for 30 in 6 games of the finals, he don't show up. The fuck out of here with that shit. Y'all keep dumbing that shit down for folks. And only the cats like us who appreciate all of it, just from the general essence of the game itself. Passing the ball moving. If you cooking, you cooking. Great stops defensively, collective defensively. You know what I'm saying? All of that shit. That's what we've been sitting there for like 2 hours talking about great teams and great players, and they all got the same common denominator and format.
And see, so this is something else too about Durant. That's crazy. If he would have went to Washington, now Big Shot, I want to give Big Shot thoughts on this especially. Now, Big Shot, if we all know if Kevin Durant would have went to Washington, that would have still compromised some of who Kevin Durant was. He's not a guy who wants to shoot 25, 30 times in a game just to try to get a win. He wants to let the game come to him naturally. With Golden State, it can do that, and he can still not compromise what he's already been doing in OKC. Right. You can't go and play with a point guard who's a little bit limited with the jumper, and then expect for that not to have a trickle down effect to Kevin Durant having to take more shots, having to have the ball more often, and all those different things. Because we all know John Wall still building neighborhoods lightweight. I ain't trying to be mean to him. But John Wall on that he probably looked at John Wall and seen another a more athletic version.
And you also got to look at it too. Wasn't Scott Brooks the coach in Washington?
Yep.
Yeah. We already experienced that life before.
Already experienced that system, that life, all that.
KD was the upgraded version of Harrison Barnes. Harrison
Listen,
Barnes
that-
left. Kevin Durant inserted.
Yeah.
It just upgraded your package. That's all.
That's all they did, man.
Good.
They did that.
Brilliant.
It's like getting mad at somebody for taking the best job possible.
Yeah. Golden State we got the all inclusive. That's all.
And they could have got the insurance. They got the Steph
Nobody-
Curry insurance.
Everybody else, nobody in this group, in this chat, if they lined up 3 jobs for you, and they said job A is the best one, but I'm gonna take job C just to prove a point. No, you take the best one possible. He had all them options, and he took the best one possible, which is what 99% of grown people do every day. You take
Work
the
smarter,
best
not
job.
harder.
Except when they play in NBA 2K and they get that fucking mind frame. Cause that's the only way you come with that shit. I'm gonna make this shit hard.
That's how they be doing it, man. That's how they be doing it.
They want the game to be played on Hall of Fame instead of pro.
That's the problem. People you have to win certain way, but then you have to win, but then you got to win the way I want you to.
Yeah.
And then after you win the way I want you to, you can't win too much.
Kevin Durant was not about to let y'all treat him like Carmelo Anthony. Point blank period. Y'all was not about to treat him like Melo.
Yo, hey,
I
Les.
hate the way they treat Melo.
Hey,
but you know what,
bruh,
Les?
you ain't never lied when
Les,
you said that.
That's
Les.
true though.
You ain't never lied.
Is Reggie Miller, Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, they getting kudos. They get talked about every day for what they didn't do.
Karl Malone deserve it though.
Right. I mean, Karl Malone deserve it, but how many great players though? It's what you didn't do. It's because you didn't win.
Les, man, come on.
That's
man.
the difference.
Don't put Carl out there like that.
Carmelo Anthony is
Man, they be butchering Melo, man. They butcher Melo.
It's
They
public
butcher
knowledge.
Melo.
It's public knowledge what they do, what Karl Malone did. I'm
Look.
killing them. I don't care. This is
But
live,
look,
whatever.
But check this out.
I ain't got to see Karl Malone, so.
But check this out though. If Kevin Garnett doesn't win that one ring, how are we talking about Kevin Garnett today?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's true.
He may not
If we don't hear
burn
all
down.
things is possible. If we don't hear the all things is possible. If we don't get that,
If we don't get that, Kevin Garnett is what? He a great player, never won.
We don't get Area 21.
You don't get
Sure
nerds.
don't.
We don't
yo,
get
that's
Area
enough.
21. And that was good TV.
Hey, Lester, you in your bag today, my good brother. Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. We put so much emphasis on the ring, but then when you get the ring, it's now how did you get it? Then how did you get it? You won too much.
Always something, big shot is always
It's like
something.
when you get your college degree, or when you get your degree, or when you graduate, or when you get something. Don't nobody care about how did you do it.
And,
Right.
and this
Did
is
you do
for
it?
you. This
You
is
did
for
it.
you.
Okay, that's it.
And I'm gonna look right to the camera for the viewers on this one. This for you punk motherfuckers that be talking about asterisk. Fuck your asterisk trick. Nah. I had to get that one in, man. I had to, you know.
Man,
That's why.
Man.
That's to me to this day why people love Tim Duncan.
I think Ham got something on the side of him. The way he's sitting back like that. I think it's something in the seat next to him. Because we don't see his head all the time. You
Yeah,
gotta dip off a little bit, come back. What
That's-
you got in
that's
that seat, man?
that's my all the smoke package.
hey, man, my man got his Montez Ford package out here for us.
That's my all the smoke package.
He do keep looking to the side.
Yeah, I got, you know. Then I'm in my car because I don't want to be in the house. I can't be too crunk in the house. People in the house, man, what's your problem?
It's peaceful. It's peaceful. It's
Yeah,
peaceful.
man, can't win too much. Got to win the way we want you to. That's how it goes.
I don't like that energy that I see people put into these conversations in general, man. Because it's just
That's
it's
why
way
people
too
never
much.
got tired of Tim Duncan. Because Tim Duncan did everything people want. He never left. No three-peat. So we cool. Once you win the third one in a row, we don't like you no more. So the Spurs never three-peating was a good thing. Because we never really get
This
tired
is
of it.
true.
And then you never left. So it's cool.
This is
You
very
ain't
true.
allowed to leave. And you ain't allowed to win too much.
Yeah.
You know.
This was also what we were predicting that was going to come about with Kawhi. Soon enough. it started with load management, but shit, he got to fucking preserve his body. I mean, so it's like, you have to do
Listen.
shit, man.
Hey, look, Dennis Rodman ass took a low management to go party for a week. I don't want
It's
to hear
been
that
going
shit.
on for quite a minute now.
Hear that.
People.
Dennis,
Load
Dennis,
management been going on for quite some time.
Dennis said that was a mental health day.
My dude left. Hey, my man went on vacation to not get rest in the middle of the season. My dude just left. Like, I'm out of here. I'll be back in a week.
And he's also the only dude to ever join like the top heel faction in professional wrestling, all while this shit is going on.
He's still NWO. NWO.
Is that,
This dude went.
did he miss some playoff time, some practice or some shit during the playoffs or whatever?
Him and Carl Malone.
I ain't know Carl missed, but I knew Dennis
Carl
missed.
did too.
I know Dennis missed time, like practice time or some shit.
Because they had to shoot that show, that Monday Night Nitro. They did a tag team jump with Hogan and Rodman with DDP and Carl Malone. Ignoramuses.
Hey man, I still remember the promos for that boy.
Yes.
Oh,
And
man.
I'm gonna tell you something. I hate it. Well, I love my guy Kawhi. Love my guy Kawhi. And yes, my organization basically put the team load management into things. The Spurs actually they just killed it. They killed it. But Kawhi, with his load management and they won the championship, he just made it even more significant. Like, man, I'm gonna rest my players because, yeah, a lot of players were playing 80, 72 games, but we looking at it now. We're older. We understand, like, man, the pound, the ground and pound on our bodies these days.
Science evolves, man.
How long Kawhi been in the league? What's this, 9 years?
Yep.
14.
Mhm.
What did he come in? 14?
He came in 11.
11? I said 14. 11.
Same year as Kyrie.
He ain't never played full 82.
No, he ain't gonna never play a full 82.
He ain't never played a full. So it's like, why y'all bitching about him not playing when he ain't never fucking played a full 82 to begin with?
And he has a reason
And
to
he
not
has
play
a
a full.
valid fucking reason as to why. Y'all
He was
just valid. Just like I was saying this time last year in the group. Some of y'all ass just wake up looking for shit to complain about and for somebody to blame about some shit. Shut the fuck up sometime
Listen,
and enjoy
y'all
the show.
using same people mad at Kawhi using all their PTO days every year.
Man, what?
Using all of them.
Ain't
Hey,
got
hey.
no more vacation time.
I'm gonna give y'all something better. Ain't nobody complained when LeBron took that 2 weeks off when the Cavs went and traded for Timothy Mozgov, J.R. Smith, and Iman Shumpert while Kyrie was out. And they said ain't nobody say nothing about that load management. He said he was taking 2 weeks off because he needed it. He
And
came
you know
back
why?
after the fact.
And you know what?
Yeah, I remember that. He sure did.
He sure did. It was right around January, February shit that year.
Sure
I remember
was.
that.
Control the nerves.
Two weeks, man. He took 2 weeks off. And I'm
You
not
know-
even mad he took the 2 weeks off. I'm
Hell
just
no.
simply saying he took the 2 weeks off, got
And
his
you know
body
what?
right. They came back and they went where they go? To the finals.
To the finals, and you know
You
what?
can't say nothing to that.
Can't say nothing to that. Can't say nothing to it. And then on top of that, he ain't never did the shit before.
Nope.
So it's like he ain't got no track record of it. So it's like, man, yeah, you been banging this hard for this motherfucking long. Yeah, take you 2 weeks.
When you put in the work,
Yeah.
you put in the work.
It
And when
ain't
you
like-
ask for something, you don't ask for too much.
It ain't
You
like
never
he
ask
asked,
like that. You deserve to
it
get
ain't-
it.
it ain't like he asked Larry Bird to go work on his album.
Man.
Ron Artest. Shout out Ron Artest, man. He had to go
Ron
cut some records.
Artest. Did that fool take a break from his team to work on his album?
He tried to.
He tried.
True.
He tried to. Larry Bird was like, man, get your ass out of here, man. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Bird didn't want none of that. Hey, you really come to my office with this shit?
Bird down there threw his middle light in his ass. Like, man, the fuck wrong with you?
Yeah, man.
Man, that's all them folks. That's all them folks drinking on that documentary, man. Miller Lights.
That's all Barry drank. Barkley already ran it out. He like, man, this Bird drink this nasty ass shit. I don't drink this.
That damn Robin on the documentary, he was walking down, had a
He
Miller
walked
Lite.
into the gym with a Miller Lite.
He walked in with a Miller Lite.
With a Miller Lite.
He had a Miller Lite. And then Craig Sager gave him a 20. And he was like, he was talking to him for a second. And Robin, like, he gave me the 20 card. He gonna come back and try to get an interview with him.
Shit.
I said, man.
You stand a better chance.
The difference between now and then is we just know more.
Yep. We accessible to more.
Yep. Media hype, man. That media aspect, man. That's just on steroids, man. These folks know too much about what these players do. Then some of the players like to post what they do every 30 seconds.
But this is also why the players said, fuck that, we're going to take this by the stranglehold and we just going to do what the fuck we do anyway.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I was tripping off of all the smoke in general, because I'm like, them niggas there, they just sitting at home smoking and FaceTiming niggas. You know what I'm saying? And kicking it.
Right.
And it's on Showtime now, but look at the content that they giving us through that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is what we want to hear anyway. I don't want to fucking listen to. I scrolled by ESPN today. I see First Take, and God damn it, the First Take don't let go of the fucking New York Knicks, and somebody trying to help them. Chris Paul can't do shit for the Knicks. ESPN, stop that shit.
I seen that.
Trav don't like Chris Paul. West can't fucking stand Chris Paul, but they know they give him his props as a hooper. But cut that. See, this is why. Don't nobody want to watch y'all shit. They'd rather watch us. They'd rather watch all the smoke.
I haven't watched first. I'll be real. Other than an actual game, I probably haven't watched ESPN. If it wasn't a game, probably be in about 3-4 years.
Yeah,
I can't watch it no more. I can't stomach
it. If it wasn't an actual game being played, you take away I haven't watched it yet. Like,
and if the commentary gets too bad, I watch that on mute too.
My first time watching it was my birthday. I haven't watched no First Take, none of that other stuff, none of that other shows.
None.
My first time watching it since the Corona stuff, was on my birthday, the 29th. The Spurs played the Heat, that 2004 final, Game 5. They showed it.
I watched The Last Dance. And then back when sports was actually going, I watched college games. But like all them like Sports Center, them debate shows.
No,
I ain't watched them shits in years.
Oh,
years.
Man, you want to know what I be watching now? 60 Days in Jail. That's what I watch. Yeah. They be putting these 7 people that ain't been to jail, they be trying to put it on their resume and stuff. Them folks be in prison for 60 days. Them motherfuckers, hey, jail ignorant, man. Jail is ignorant. Them folks slang more dope than anything off in jail. They be about their commissary. You make a deal with them, don't pay them back. Oh, that's an ass whoop.
Oh, that shit, they on your ass for that. Man, I'm gonna get up out, man. We gonna tend to this family duty real quick. Get this.
I'm about to get up out too. Finish watching this Last Chance U that Jerm ain't tell me about.
Man,
your fault. It's all your fault.
Look,
all Jerm.
You wanna know something? You wanna know something funny? Big Shot, man. I don't even be thinking about it, but I'm a next time I watch something, I got you. Because I've been watching this.
This shit is cold. Like this shit is live. This Last Chance U shit is live, cuz.
It's different. It's something different. It's realistic.
What's the school school? Is that East Mississippi?
I'm at the first season. I'm at the very beginning.
Yeah, East Mississippi. I forgot the name they call. What is the name of that school?
East Mississippi.
I forget.
I'm on that one, and then I don't know what the next season is, but yeah,
it's in East Mississippi, but they call it. It's a certain name of this school. because I know they were nationally ranked as a JUCO.
It's what do they call it? But yeah, oh boy, John Franklin the third that went to Auburn. He on this season.
Right.
Yeah, this shit
Yeah.
cool.
But yeah, it's good. It's good. I done watched all the seasons.
QB1 was good with your boy Tate Martell. I was like, yeah, this nigga, he whack. This dude not good.
Tate Martell up a bunch of hype, man. Now all he doing is trying to protect his sister for getting tossed up.
Hey man, him and Justin Fields is wild for that though.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that dude, man.
You seen that Instagram comment.
You wild for that. You something else, bro.
And they end up going to Miami.
He ain't gonna play in Miami either.
No, he ain't. But she's still gonna get tossed up.
Man. Justin Fields took that man's job and he finna take his sister.
How
you gonna do that?
Hey.
Jern, how you gonna do that?
Look, I'm not a fan of that cat, man. That's all I can tell you.
Tate Martell?
Yeah, man. I'm not a fan of him.
You could tell he had a lot of there was a lot of Jay Cutler kind of douchebag going on about him in high school.
Yeah. And then he tried to be cocky with it too.
A lot of these kids, what you'll notice too is a lot of these kids, especially when they play quarterback, for some reason they poke their chest out a little too far for me.
Hey,
I'd be ready to cave it in.
You know why? I think I didn't like him, Jer?
Why?
Because it was one of the first episodes. He was at home. It was the first day of school. His mother asked to take a picture of him because it was like his last day, first day of school. He said something real shitty to his mom about. I was like, oh, that's how you talk to your mother? Oh, okay. That's what you about. This how you roll. Okay.
That little bit of success get to folks like that head, man. It'd be too much for me, man.
That's how you rock. His mother asked him to do something, not to do something. He did this shit anyway. I'm like, oh, you one of them. You one of them guys.
It's tough. It's tough to watch some of these kids, man. As you see them grow up in certain situations. That's why what I'm gonna start doing is I'm trying to start when we digging into the scouting reports. I'm gonna actually try to see if I can get some of these folks' backgrounds. The reason why I love CeeDee Lamb so much, that dude do not talk. He is straight ball from the time he step on the field to the time he get off. That dude don't talk at all, bro. He be like, hey, my job is to catch touchdowns. It's not to celebrate every time I catch a touchdown.
That's why he got mad with old girl on draft day. You trying to style. Cool out.
Give me that.
Hey, I like that. I like that dude. That's my guy right there.
And then what you could also tell about that QB1, because your boy was on the same season with Tate Martell, Jake Fromm.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia. That's at Buffalo.
Yeah, and you could tell, even though Jake Fromm ain't got physically, he ain't got what you really want physically. He may not even have the arm that you want.
Mm-hmm.
But dude understands the game.
Yep.
He understands the game. And in your locker room, he's not going to be a problem. And everybody in the locker room respect him.
I'm going to say this here, and we're going to
I think a lot of them dudes in Tate Martell locker room didn't really like him, but he the star. So we just going to go with this. What them dudes were on Jake Fromm's high school team, you could tell. Them dudes legitimately liked him. They legitimately was like, yo, Jake is our guy. I'm rolling with Jake. Whereas them dudes on Tate Martell team, you could tell was like, man, I'm here because he here. It ain't.
It's gonna get real interesting because I'm gonna tell you this now. With Jake Fromm going to Buffalo, I'm saying this here now. I ain't saying this to even my guys' lip.
Germ, when you said that in that draft show, and somebody was like, I think it was might have been Kevin Watch, nah, he ain't got the arm. I'm like, look, he ain't got the strongest arm. I'm telling you, that dude gonna have commands of that playbook. Them dudes in the locker room gonna mess around and like him better than Josh Allen.
And then it's gonna be over with. It's gonna be nothing that you can do because you got the weapons, you got everything else, you got a defense. The only thing you need your quarterback to come in and do is just don't turn the ball over, make the throws on second and third down when you ain't running the ball,
Telling
and do the small stuff. And
he the best back. He the best back shoulder thrower I have seen.
Dude is
That
good,
back shoulder
man.
throw.
he's a good player. You can't.
He's a good.
Oh my God.
He got stuck at Georgia. To me, at Georgia, they didn't. Georgia has all this talent every year, right? And you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia sending all these skill position dudes to the league every year and struggling to score 20 points a game every year. NFL is full of dudes from Georgia that play wide receiver and running back, and they averaging 20 points a game every year in college with the rules designed for you to score. It ain't Jake Fromm.
Watch this. Who was the last good receiver that Georgia sent to the NFL?
AJ Green.
Nah. He don't even play no more.
Your boy from Kansas City.
He don't count yet because it's only his first year. Malcolm Mitchell played for the Patriots. He was a 4th-round pick. He the same age as Brandon Cooks. If he didn't have all them injuries he had, that was the kid. If you go back and watch that 28-3 from the Patriots, if you go back and you watch that game, that's Malcolm Mitchell is that boy that keep catching them comeback routes, them hitch routes.
Mm-hmm.
He had about 8 catches at 82 yards. That was going to be Tom Brady's next big target. He just couldn't stay healthy. Malcolm Mitchell was nice, but you see what I'm saying? It's not a lot of guys. It's a lot of speed, but you got AJ Green as the superstar. Malcolm Mitchell had a chance. Riley Ridley came from Georgia. Okay.
Alabama.
He was
okay.
Yep. That's Calvin Ridley. Riley Ridley came from Georgia. Riley Ridley and Calvin Ridley both played the national championship.
Alabama. That Ridley at Atlanta came from Alabama.
Yes, and then the other Ridley, Riley, came from Georgia. So I'm just giving you some of these players, and it's just like they never really had no receivers like that in the first place, to let alone a quarterback. So that's why it's hard to evaluate a lot of these receivers until you get a Joe Burrow that goes to LSU.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
And see, Jared, and that's the crazy part. You talk about that. Didn't in this draft, unless I'm wrong, didn't both their tackles get drafted in the first round?
Yes.
This is Andrew Thomas was the one tackle.
Isaiah Wilson went to Tennessee.
Was the other one.
In the back of the first round.
DeAndre Swift got drafted in the second round.
Yep, one of the first 3 picks, the second round.
So, man, look, Kirby Smart got talked to me, because you just can't be have all these first, second, third round picks playing for you every year. We struggle to score 20 a game now.
And that's the issue though. They can't score because it's consistently. What I tell people is this: it's a hard time for a lot of these coaching staffs, especially in college, to put together good playbooks. They do too many things where everybody wants to go vertical. Man, listen, DeAndre Swift is not Todd Gurley. He's not Sony Michel. He's not Nick Chubb. That's the difference. The power running game, they couldn't utilize it the way they did a couple years ago. Listen, there was a thing on Twitter where Nick Chubb said, I don't care who it is, I'm running through anybody in the state of Texas. They was having a Texas versus Georgia. He said, it don't matter who it is in the state of Texas, I'm running through all of them. That's what Nick Chubb said. And I said, that man is 110% correct, because there is not a soul in Texas who can stop him. There's not a soul in this nation who can stop Nick Chubb from doing what he want to do if he say he want to do it. But that's that Georgia Bulldog situation that we seen when Swift was an afterthought. No power running game, you focusing on the quarterbacks will never get adequate coaching in college, because you can't coach the quarterback the same way that you can coach him in the NFL. Just not possible. If it was, then why the hell are we doing all of these spread air raid concepts where it's 5, where we got all these vertical routes going up the field?
Right.
That's why when you watch Burrow, it's different, because they actually running the offense. You see him having to make a read coming from the flat, coming from here. That's why it's different when you watch Jordan Love. Jordan Love got to do a lot of that stuff. But then you watch Tua, and then you like, hey, fam, what is you doing? What you doing, fam? You got all these dudes open, and you sitting here calling yourself just looking at Jerry Jeudy. Henry Ruggs probably could have had better numbers. They got two other kids who coming out next year.
Hey, Jared, I'm let me ask you this. This is gonna be one of my last questions, and I'm gonna go. is that a design of Alabama's offense? Because to me, this happened with Julio Jones. This happened with Calvin Ridley. This happened with Judy, where they just like, yo, it's one wide receiver you're just gonna throw to him.
It's the
You're just gonna throw to
quarterback.
him 100 times, and ain't nobody else gonna touch the ball for three quarters.
It's the problem in Alabama is that you get these guys and you just become fixated on them. Amari Cooper was the same way with AJ McCarron's.
Amari Cooper was catching like every ball, and the next dude had like 2 catches. Amari Cooper got 11, the next dude got 2.
But Amari Cooper was special, just like Calvin Ridley was special. You see, you name it like these 4 special dudes. It's just hard to. If these folks open big shot, you gonna throw them the ball.
That is very true.
And Alabama, and this is just something to keep in mind as we go forward. Alabama does a exceptional job with getting these kids to run routes.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see Judy coming in running routes like that, it's like that's different. Like we don't see that consistently.
So you think it's not drawn up that way. It's just that this one dude just happens to be open all the time.
They open a lot. Like they literally open a lot. Hey, look, Big Shot, let me tell you this. When you watch Jerry Judy, that man get open almost sometimes simultaneously, instantly, just with his feet.
Mm-hmm.
His hands ain't got to do nothing. He ran a route in the LSU Alabama game. It was an out and up. Big Shot. He beat the dude immediately. When he went to go to the out, when he was getting ready to do the up, there was nobody on top. There was nobody, and it was nobody within the area code who's gonna get him. And Tua made a throw to Ruggs on a deep over that was in the same vicinity. If you go to the highlight package on YouTube, you will see the exact same thing, and you can be looking like, wait, so Delpit is right there. So that means if Judy would have ran past Delpit, there would have been nobody behind him.
Okay.
Listen, it's when I tell you that Jerry Judy, the best route runner from Alabama, that includes Julio, that includes Amari, and that includes Calvin. It's different.
Because I was okay. I'm glad you explained that to me because I'm like every year, Alabama, like LSU last year had a bunch of dudes. Everybody, mom was catching the ball for LSU. Everybody, it was like 40. Like everybody had 40 catches for like 9 touchdowns.
Yeah,
the whole wide receiving core.
Yeah,
but Alabama had like it'd be one guy that got like 100 catches for 1,300 yards, and then the next person got 35 for 350.
Yeah, you know, there was not a receiver. There was not a receiver on Alabama's team this year, right? That had more than 45 catches besides Jerry Judy, I think.
That's how I look. I'm like, okay. So now that you tell me that, okay, I got it now. Because that shit just was weird to me. It's like
it's crazy. So you got that, right? He is. Now I'm gonna give you somebody who was better than Jerry Judy, who didn't come out this year. Jamar Chase, that played for LSU, is the most filthy nigga I've ever. I gotta say nigga because he's filthy. Trayvon Diggs, that's Stephon Diggs' little brother, came up and hit him with a shoulder jam. He knocked Jamar Chase off his route for a second. Man, Jamar Chase caught his balance in a 2 steps to the side and knocked this grown man out of the play and took off up the field. If Burrow laid the ball out,
is that number 1 for LSU?
Yes, that's number 1.
I remember. He's tough.
Man, dude, that's the coldest nigga in the galaxy right there. I don't care. When I tell you I watch that dude and I keep watching him, every time I watch Burrow, I end up watching him. He filthy. That's the only dude this year. If you go through every SEC corner, they ask him who was the hardest player to cover. CJ Henderson, Trevon Diggs, all them folks said Odell Landry. And I call him Odell Landry. That man, that's Jarvis and Odell. If
Jarvis
and
Odell put together.
Woo, that's a cold dude, man. That dude get me excited, man, because he's so you can't jam him. His first step when he get ready to do a fade route, it's like when you watch him, his body language and aneurysms are so unique. It's just like boop boop, and it's like, wait, hold on. Let me come back to this.
He can sail good. He can sail good.
Listen, that man is a used car salesman out there, man.
And that's
every
why
route.
because, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and he had him, the dude Jefferson.
Jefferson had 111 catches last year. Big
It was a bunch of them. Like LSU had like 4 really cold receivers.
Number
Like,
one and
Jamar
number
Chase,
two.
Jamar Chase had 84 catches right last year for over 1,700 yards, and he had 20 touchdowns.
Right.
That's stupid. That is stupid. Big Shot. That's stupid. It don't make sense when you watch what he do on film. The film just don't match.
How many catches he had for last year?
He had 84 catches last year.
And see, that's
1,700 yards, 1,700 plus yards for 20.
And see, that's even surprising. That's surprising, not that he because of ability, but when I used to watch LSU last year, this dude got 4 catches. This dude got 4 catches. Somebody else got 5 catches. Randy Moss' son got 5 catches. Dude come out the backfield. Where Alabama, it'd be like Jerry Jeudy, 12 catches, 150 yards. And then the next dude is Tiny X with 3 catches for 36 yards.
And the only time they get the big ones, and the only time they get the big plays and stuff like that is when they get the receivers out in space. It's fun to watch. Man, one day, since we got this Zoom technology, I'm just gonna Zoom call. I'm like, hey, what you doing? I'm about to show you some of this film real quick.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just show you some of the stuff that we be seeing. But it is
I would like to see it. Because
it's so
I would
much
like to see it because, like you said, if a man is open, you're gonna throw it to him. I just always found that real strange. Like Calvin Ridley, I think Calvin Ridley senior year, he might have had 100 catches his senior year at Alabama. But it was like the distribution between him and the next man was like, wow. It was like 100.
It's a wide difference. They focus on one guy. They use that one guy a lot of places. And you'll notice since they run such good routes too, they can run the routes from anywhere. So they can put Jerry Jeudy in the slot because he's gonna win in the slot just like he's gonna win on outside because the slot is more prone to not see a press.
Okay.
So if I put you if I stack you up next to somebody and I put you inside of them or put that person on the line and put you inside of them, that's gonna cause a switch concept sometimes.
Yeah, I need to see that. I need to see that.
We're gonna bring you in the views lab.
I need to see that.
Because this is why we get on Mitch so hard. Allen Robinson runs some crispy ass routes.
Man, Allen Robinson, I want Allen Robinson to get a real quarterback for Christmas for once in his life.
Man.
For once in his life.
Listen,
that dude, he ain't DeAndre Hopkins, but that dude has played with whackness for his entire NFL career. And he's much better than the numbers that he gets.
Who's the quarterback at Jacksonville?
Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew right now.
No. The one before him.
Nick Foles.
He got traded and went to the Rams, I want to say.
Bortles?
Blake Bortles.
Oh,
That's who
Allen Robinson had Bortles.
Quarterback. He left that.
It was Nick Bortles. It was Blake Bortles.
It was Blake Bortles. After that, he left and went to Mitchell Trubisky.
Allen Robinson has played with a series of whackness at quarterback. A